Hi, welcome to another session in this course. We are still looking at introducing DAX formula in Power BI. In this session, we are going to be looking at how we can create a new measure, and we will also look at how measures are dynamic in Power BI application. Now, we are on our customer data, so I will right click and create a new measure. So it is also going to give us a new name that we must assign. So, but this time it's going to be for a measure. So I will call this total order amount. So I will use what is called a sum function. You can see this sum function. I click on it and I will just put whatever I want to add together, which is the other amount. So you can see other amount. So I will close the brackets and then I will press enter. When I press enter, you will see that if I come now, you can see total order amount. You can see that this time it is showing this calculator like icon, which is telling us that this particular variable here is a measure. So let's create one more measure, and this time around, so let's new measure. Let's do total flight charges. So we say total flight charges. So we also use the same sum of flight charges. So we look at the flight charges. This is flight charges here. We close it. Now, before I move forward, we can also comment in our code or our syntax, so that if anybody wants to check our formula, they can easily understand it. And how to do that is that you go to a new line like this, and then you put double forward slash. So the forward slash will do the job. So anything I write here is going to be accepted as a documentation or as a form of comment. So I can say that, okay, this is the total of all the flight charges for the year. So you can see that this is in another color. So if I press enter now, you will see that it is going to work perfectly. So if I come down now, you can see total flight charges. But if I come here and I remove those two forward slash, you can see that it has highlighted red that something is wrong. If I press enter now, it is not going to work. So I'm going to put the forward slash again, and then that is all. Now let us go to our visualization page to see how the measures work. So let's start with the card. So let's put total total order amount. So let me click on it. So you can see that our total order amount is here. But one thing about the measure is that measure is dynamic. When you can create a single measure from using variables from three, four, five different tables. So we can have a customer table, a transaction table, a order table, inventory table, and take variables from each of these tables, put them together, and use them to do a calculation in a single measure, and all of them will still be able to work dynamically. So, for example, now let me put a table. Let me create a table, a column, a table. Yes, let's create a table. So I will put this measure, which is total amount. Let me put it in the column. You can see it now that it's just showing total. If I come here now and I add the country, let's put the country name. So you can see that it has automatically worked with the country name. You understand now? So if I create another place, another table, and I put generation, let's look for generation, columns, and then I put the total order amounts. You can see that it is also working with it. So which means that when we have an aggregate in a measure, we can use it with any other categorical variables to get our result. So as we are moving forward in this course, we will be seeing how dynamic the power of creating and using measure is in working with Power BI. And I think at this point, we can end this session and we are going to be meeting in the next one.